This is just a case study for you to use when you are interacting with your spouse, interacting with business leaders, interacting with your team. It's to show what human beings do under certain circumstances. This is just a case study to show how when you see it in other people, that's your heads up to figure out what you need to do in that moment to build rapport and to keep the connection going instead of blowing the deal. Chris Rock just told a joke about another couple. You can see the husband in this case is really enjoying the joke, and the wife is doing her best to play along. And actually, Chris Rock is giving a compliment to Will Smith right before he delivers the punchline to Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay, look here, everybody. Look at Will Smith's face. He's enjoying the show. You see the apples of his cheeks. He has a full smile. He has lifted eyebrows. And Lupita is sitting next to him. Her cheeks are raised, and they're both showing genuine smiles. This actress is in Will Smith's intimate zone. From a proxemics, she is closer within the intimate zone of Will Smith, but she's not Will Smith's wife. Jada is maybe 4 or 5 feet away. Sitting to Lupita's left is an indication that the couple is not close. So if you are interacting with a couple and they're not sitting very close to each other, that's intel that you should be aware of when you are pitching your presentation to them.
Jada, I love you.
Okay, look here. This is aggressive. When you are pointing to somebody, never ever point to somebody if you're trying to get them to buy your products and services. And notice that his torso is angled back, so that is distancing away from the target where he's pointing to. Non-verbally, this is an aggressive gesture. This is the setup for her reaction.
Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Now look at the husband, Will Smith. He and Lupita are still enjoying the joke. He thought it was funny initially, and so did Lupita. But the target of the joke, the hurtful joke, is the woman in green, Jada, and watch her eyes, everybody, as she receives this joke. What are her eyes doing right now?
She's disgusted.
Yes, she is giving an eye roll. See, her eyes are going into her upward right corner of her head. She's rolling her eyes into her head, clenched teeth. Her right hand is going to grasp and hold support on the left hand for support, while her husband, 3 to 5 feet away, is laughing. And this is a hurtful joke for Jada. Even though Will Smith did a violent act, he thought it was funny from the initial punchline. So what made him do a 180-degree change? And in body language, that's what you need to know. What changed the baseline behavior? Now he's showing his baseline behavior. He's enjoying the show. The trigger is what changed him from laughing like this to going up and punching the presenter and then yelling out swear words. You see, Jada? Now she's side-eyeing the presenter, and her left eye is more closed than her right eye. The left eye is giving him an eye block because the joke was so hurtful. She's trying to block the stimuli because she does not like it. Her teeth are still clenched, her jaws are tight, and she's gracefully holding both of her palms together to keep her hands supported, and that's a self-soothing gesture with her hands holding the other hand. And her husband, while she's showing disgust and seething with anger, look at her husband. He's still in his baseline of really enjoying the show. And the actress next to him is really enjoying the show. The hurtful joke isn't directed towards them, they're directed towards Jada. The white woman behind Jada has pursed lips, so she gets that the joke was kind of sensitive. Now, the host sees the reaction of Jada, and with open palms, he's saying, uh-oh, what did I do? He's looking at the producer off stage. Uh-oh, this isn't going well. So he's wondering what happened. He's joking to make it light. See his raised eyebrows? He's surprised that she reacted that way, and he's going to minimize the damage that he did by trying to say, it's a nice joke.
That was a nice one. Okay.
Now look, his arms are behind his back. That is his baseline. People who say that, oh, it was staged. Look, his hands were behind his back. Well, that's his baseline. It didn't change when the aggressor came onto stage. So this presenter is standing on his mark on stage with both hands behind his back.
I'm out here. Uh-oh.
Okay, whoa-oh, Chris Rock is surprised because he's saying, whoa-oh, he looks surprised. His hands are still behind his back, so he didn't put his hands behind his back to receive the punch. The hands were consistently behind his back. In body language, that's called baseline behavior. That's not a deviation from his norm. So he's laughing and he's leaning a little in. He's not recoiling or retreating back. They know each other. They've been friends for 30 years. He doesn't know he's going to be sucker slapped in a second. Okay, he calmly walks up. He's not looking at the target. See, Chris Rock's head is leaning in. When we like something, we lean in. If you see a friend or you're listening to your client, you lean in. He wasn't expecting the slap because otherwise his body would recoil back. He was probably expecting some kind of funny or pleasant interaction because, for God's sakes, they were at the Oscars. So he sucker slapped him right now, and Chris Rock's left arm is going up, and it'll go up in a slight defensive gesture. You see how his torso is leaning back away from Will Smith, and his left arm is in a defensive gesture. Look at Will Smith. Will Smith is darn proud of himself for cowardly sucker slapping a esteemed colleague on stage on international TV. You can tell that because he's smiling and his left cheek is raised in a smile position. He's proud of himself in this moment. Now look at Chris Rock. He looks surprised as heck. Like, oh my God, what just happened? Will Smith is strutting off, and he sniffed. He had his nose up in the air, his chin up in the air. He was so proud of himself in his arrogant move.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
As a professional, the comedian was able to make something funny out of the incident. So you see, the baseline was he was really enjoying the show. Everybody smile a big smile. I want to see the apples of your cheeks. And laugh and show me your teeth. Even more, Evan. Show me those plump cheeks. Okay? That's how Will was initially. That was his baseline. So what changed him 180 degrees from this to this? Okay, pretend like I'm Will Smith and I'm smiling. And I look at Evan, and Evan is Jada, and I see steam coming out of Evan's ears. In that moment, he knows he's in the doghouse. He knows he's in the doghouse. They have marital issues to begin with, and so when Jada saw her husband yucking it up with Lapita on a very hurtful situation joke that she does not find funny, husbands, have you ever seen that look from your wives? And wives, have we not given that look to our husbands when we're upset? In order for him to spin it around and make it up, he thought, oh, I have to do something. And we don't know if Jada touched him and said, you better do something. Or non-verbally say, what? You're laughing at this? So he took it upon himself to rob the audience members who in that 7 minutes was supposed to be acknowledged and was supposed to have the world's attention for the category that Chris Rock was supposed to announce. But then Will Smith made it all about him, stormed up, sucker slapped him, and then yelled out obscenities. He didn't just slap Chris Rock, he slapped himself because now he's facing FCC fines, he's facing possible serious consequences from the Oscars, and he resigned himself. Type in the chat, everybody, your impressions of the analysis that you just heard. Contact Jeanette Gadati of Accurate Body Language for training and consultation so you can spot the lies, get to the truth, and avoid costly mistakes. From head to toes, the body always shows the truth.